Hey guys, how's it going? My name is DC Matrix. Welcome back to another brand new video. As you guys can tell in today's video, guys, we're doing episode 1 of the Sons of the Forest speculations. Now, today's video, we're going to be talking about what we could see in the game. Now, we don't know too much. All we have is the trailer and some artwork from people that do artwork for the game, obviously. And today I'm going to be using Sons of the Forest Wiki for 99.9% of my information. Now, they run the Forest Wiki and all the wikis from Night Games. They aren't paid to do it, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, they put out factual and very true information. Now, in today's video, guys, we're going to be doing items, enemies, locations, and story from what we know. Now, we don't know everything. Like I said, we just have the trailer. So first up, for the items, we have the axe. The axe is a variation of the plain axe that you get in the very beginning of the forest. Now, it's quite small, matching the plain axe, and it's seen as the player, or Timmy, if you haven't completed the story mode, is holding it going into the actual cave in the trailer. Also, this will most likely be the starting weapon, considering it's small like the plain axe and everything. And we also speculate that the main character is Timmy because he has a tattoo called Fighting Demons on his wrist that he shows. And why would he fly back to an island if he's not the son or the main character in the forest's son? You know what I mean? Now, next up on the list is the shotgun. The shotgun also appears in the trailer. It's the scene where he's watching the girl, Virginia is her name, lurking upon the trees and stuff, and he's holding it out as his main weapon. Now, we only had one weapon in the forest, which was the flintlock pistol, which is majorly less powerful than the shotgun. And the shotgun is also seen by a special ops character Timmy is following, going into the cave. So that person could have died and he took the shotgun from him, or he just has a shotgun and is a special assistant. The next item we have on the list is the shovel. Now, we don't know if it's just a prop because it's seen in the opening scene of the trailer in the helicopter. Like I said, it could be a prop because in the forest, they didn't allow digging. It didn't use blocks like Minecraft. So it's probably just a prop, but we're not for sure yet. But if it's an actual item, it's going to provide a new way of players for building their bases. Now, the next item is meat rations. Meat rations are similar to candy bars or snacks, and it's a non-perishable food, and that's all we know. Now, the next thing that we're going to be covering is enemies. Now, we don't know too much about enemies because Night hasn't given much information on the game yet. They've just shown us the trailer. But the first one is cannibals. And there's cave cannibals that are seen in the actual trailer. And the cave cannibals, as they're seen going into the cave, have no eyes or eyesight. So they could be the adult form of the babies in the forest. And then there's also the land cannibals that are outside the caves that are similar. And we don't know how many enemies will return from the forest. We're uncertain on that yet. The next enemy we have on the list is the female mutant. She appears to be a reworks of the Virginia. She's an adult woman, slender, and some could say quote-unquote attractive. She appears to be lurking in the actual trees of the forest. She's a child-based spider-like mutant. And she looks to be normal until she comes out from behind her tree and she has multiple arms. And that's all we know so far. The next enemy we have on the list is the Giants. The Giants is just a name holder for the giant cannibals or enemies that we don't know what they look like or appear to be yet. But as seen in the trailer, the Giant appears to be throwing a cannibal more than 200 meters into the air to hit the helicopter. Now, that is a pretty hefty, girthy, strong giant, if you ask me. Throwing a cannibal more than 200 meters? Now, the next thing we have on the list is the locations. Locations are places the player can visit possibly any time in the game. Now, the first location we have are caves. Caves were a primary location in the forest. That's where you could find almost all of your weapons and everything. And they appear to be making a return. Now, the next location we have is the helicopter crash site. Now, it's going to be like the forest. The forest crash site was in a sinkhole, and it was a kind of like low-tech helicopter. In this one, it'll be a random site. It'll possibly be your start location, and it'll probably be a more high-tech helicopter. Now, the next one is the actual forest. The forest is the main part of the game. It's with all the trees and everything, and it will return. They have trees. Now, the next thing we have is the story. The story, it kind of continues with the forest ending if you decide to save Timmy and end the game. Now, in the end of the game, you can see Timmy has like He continued to research the island and found another one that he located Site 2, is what he called it. And then he appears to have side effects, but he hasn't fully transformed from the resurrection of obliques. Now, synopsis of the release trailer is obviously he's in the helicopter and everything, and they crash, and he sees the mutant, and that's everything we know so far. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.